I'm Ariadna.
I'm Marina.
We are two European volunteers living in Poland.
And you are listening to One Way Ticket, a podcast about living abroad.
In each episode, we will talk with other people about their own experiences.
Whether you are a professional traveler or you have never left your hometown, stay with us. In this episode, we would like to give you some concrete information if you are interested in taking part in an experience abroad. So we are in MODE Foundation today, and we will check out all the possibilities with Paulina Bliska-Marek. I hope I'm saying it right. She is the president of MODE Foundation and also a trainer and author of projects. Welcome, Paulina.
Hello.
So maybe first you can tell us more about you and your work and MODE Foundation in general.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hello, my name is Paulina Bliska-Marek. I'm president of MODE Foundation. MODE Foundation is almost 5 years old, so now in December we have 5th anniversary. What about us? Move and Develop Foundation is an organization focused on providing educational opportunities and fostering mobility among young people and adults, with special focus on the preparation of the beneficiaries for the challenges of the labor market. Mm-hmm. Other important goals include promoting active citizenship, volunteering and core European values, as well as contributing to the development of civil society and European integration.
Sounds nice. The first question for you, if someone, because in the first episode we were talking about how is the spark that we feel when we want to go abroad. Okay. So in the moment that you really know that you want to go abroad, what is the first thing that do you think that this person have to do?
It's of course several ways to find information about possibility to go abroad. For example, you can look for an organization in your surroundings that implements project financed by the Erasmus Plus program, and of course this is the best option. However, I really understand that not everyone knows how to find such an organization, especially young people who live in small villages. Probably maybe it won't be possible. Therefore, I suggest looking for groups on Facebook and in general in social media. That are used to inform about the possibilities of mobilities. Very often organizations are looking for participants for the projects like youth exchanges or trainings, advertise themselves in social media. You can find many groups about this in Facebook and Instagram as well, but I think that Facebook is the best. You can search names connected with Erasmus Plus, even in your own language, which is the first step to go abroad.
Actually, I found out, once I was here, I found out 2 different groups on Facebook about this, about the European Solidarity Corps, because it's the project that we are doing, and maybe we can focus on that project now.
Yes, because in the last episode we talked a lot about the European Solidarity Corps, but we didn't explain exactly what it was, so maybe you can tell us more about it.
About European Solidarity Corps, we are an accredited organization. We can host, we can send, we can coordinate this kind of projects. And there are many opportunities to work outside your home country, and European Solidarity Corps is one of these solutions. Always you can get a job and live, just because. But for this, it's always time. I think that you can always decide for this kind of solution.
Yes.
I recommend looking for an opportunity to volunteer abroad, and the European Solidarity Corps program offer this kind of opportunities. You can go away for 2 months, you can even go away for 12 months and spend a full year in one place. We during even last year, during pandemic situation, we sent 4 volunteers to Tunisia, and they spent there 9 months.
Wow.
Working for local community. You can, when you will be volunteering this kind of project, everything will be paid for you. So you will receive money for accommodation, you will receive money for travel, and pocket money for food. Everything will be covered, and you will receive a chance to meet people from all over the world, and for sure from Europe. You at the same time you develop yourself culturally, socially, interpersonally, and of course you will improve your language skills. So it's a great opportunity to go abroad and spend really interesting time.
Yes.
And maybe just we can say because I think it's up to 30 years old, or
yes. You need to be adult person, but no, no to adult.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay. Yeah, and something that I didn't know before living and before choosing this project, and I think that it's something very useful for the people that is listening us. So there is 2 types, I think, of projects, and tell me if I'm wrong, Paulina. You can do like a short-term project or a long-term project. And I think that the short one, it's from 2 weeks, like from 2 weeks to 2 months, more or less, I think.
You mean in European Solidarity?
Yeah, in European Solidarity Corps.
Yes, you can go for short term.
Yes, exactly.
For 2 months, for example, and then still you will you have this opportunity to go one more time.
Exactly.
When you decide to go for the whole year, this is the only one chance. But still, I think that this is the best option, because you can really be involved in your organization. You can really be engaged in all activities. 2 months is, of course, it's always something, but we recommend to go for longer.
Periods of time. I was just thinking that maybe there are some people that they are not very convinced about the idea. Maybe it's good to just try for a month, for example, and to live the experience, and maybe it's a good opportunity to say, okay, this is what I want to do, and then apply for a longer one.
It's not necessary to go to for European Solidarity Corps. You can use completely different project and start from youth exchanges. Then you can start when you are very young and go for 1 week to be a participant during youth exchange with people from, for example, 5 countries.
Okay.
And then when you decide that you are ready, you can go and live alone. This is of course, for youth exchanges, you have a leader of your group. You have your colleagues, your friends with you. When you decide to go abroad for European Solidarity Corps, you probably will be alone. Of course, you will meet new people there. But it's not for all people at the beginning. Let's try for something smaller. Then when you will be ready, you can go for a longer period, of course, always.
Okay. And also the other day I was talking with my sending organization, and because I didn't know that within the European Solidarity Corps there is the individual ones, so the one that we can do up to 12 months, like that we are doing now. But she told me also about this group volunteerings that I can do even after my individual experience. It's it's the same volunteering, but it's a group volunteering, and this is something we can do after.
It's something interesting as well for young entrepreneurships.
Yes.
And you can always use this opportunity later. But you need to be ready. You need to be ready for this, that you will go from your country to another country for 1 year or 6 months. Yeah. Without your mom, you need to be ready to cook meal for you. Yes. You need to be ready and, for example, know how to use your washing machine. Yeah. So this kind of things. Yeah. But if you decide to start, I recommend to start from youth exchanges, maybe some trainings. Okay. Generally, you have many opportunities like workshops, like trainings. Maybe your school will cooperate with another school in Europe, and you can exchange some ideas with new students. Even you can encourage your school to be a part of e-twinning, and then you can stay at home and be a part of the project. With another school, with other students from, for example, the next country. Yeah. But you will be at home, and it will be your first experience in another language with people from another country.
Okay, so to start slowly, like it can be a nice. Yeah.
You have time between 18 and 30. You have many years to decide for it. Yes, of course, this is much more easier when you decide to do this earlier, because after, when you have your wife or husband, when you have kids, when you have your credit for home, it's quite difficult. Yes, exactly. It's more difficult, but. At the beginning, why not? Youth exchange is always good. Okay.
So maybe you can talk a little bit more about these youth exchanges or trainings, or do you have more information? For example, how old do we have to be, or how?
Okay. So it depends on the project. Yeah. The simplest action projects such as youth exchanges make it possible to live abroad at the age of 13. So when you can be very young.
Okay.
But in practice, young people who are already over 18 years they can travel most often, and we have the same experience. When we did our youth exchange this year, only one person was 15 years old, and the rest was over 18.
Okay.
The upper limit is age of 30.
Okay.
So still, as we told, we have many years to try many different things. But this does not apply to group leaders. In our case, we encourage teachers to take part in this kind of mobilities with young people. And here, as you can imagine, the age is really different. This is very good for them as well, to try to be involved in another project, not only be a teacher in their school. Okay, for European Solidarity projects, participants should be between 18 and 30, as we told, but we need to remember about this. So if you are 32, I'm sorry, but it's too late. What can I tell you more? I think that we can think about the trainings and mobilities for people who work with young people. Yes. And then you can go always. There is no the highest limit.
Okay, and which is the difference between a youth exchange and a training? There is like
for youth exchange age. So you should be in exact age.
Okay.
There is a meeting of some groups from, for example, 3-5 countries.
Okay.
Let's say 5 participants per country.
Yeah.
And they work on a specific topic. This year we had project focus on animal rights and how to present animal rights and how to describe animal rights to others. And we prepared some movies. So it was the project called Camera Eye.
Oh.
And yeah, it was really interesting. And thanks to this project, we found our volunteer. She was a participant from Romania, and then she decided that she can use this opportunity to stay with MODE Foundation in Poland.
Actually, let me say, because we haven't said it already here, but Dora, which is this girl, he made the song of the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah.
So it's
collaborative podcast.
Exactly. So maybe she will be in another episode, so we have the chance to talk with her. But she made, I don't know how to say in English, like it's not composed. I don't know how to say it. She created the song.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's really nice. So
okay, I'm really curious about this. Yeah, we are really happy that Dora is with us, and it was really unexpected result of our project, which we of course put to final report after after this project. What about the trainings? They are more specific. You can go there alone. You need to apply for this project. Very often it's open call for participants. And for example, if there is a project focus on special needs and how to work with young people with special needs, you can apply and you will be chosen, and then you can go and you don't need your group. For example, there will be 2 places for youth workers from Poland, from Romania, from Germany, so you can apply. So this is the difference, and there is no age limit. Very often, maybe it can be because of specific of this project, but generally there is no age limit, so you can participate always when you are adult, and the project will be for you. The topic of the project will be for you.
Okay. I have a question, but go ahead.
No, I just because so far we've been talking only about European possibilities for people living in Europe, and is there any opportunities for people that are not European citizens?
We have, yes, of course. The easiest answer is yes, of course, but it's opportunity to go when you are European. And when you live here in Europe, you can go to 4 countries. For example, European Solidarity Corps, and we, as MODE Foundation, we did it. We sent some volunteers to Thailand, to India, so they used this opportunity. We were hosted to girls from Asia, from Vietnam and Indonesia, and they spent with us 6 months, but it was, of course, before COVID pandemic.
Yes.
And it was really nice experience for us as well. Girls helped us to work with local community. They shared the culture with schools from our network. So it was really, really, really a nice experience, I think, for both sides. And even the result of this project is amazing, because one of these girls decided to stay in Poland, and she lives now here in Poland, not in Indonesia. After her project, she spent only 3 months in 2 or 3 months in her country, and then she arrived to Poland. Also now, European Union is focused on Western Balkans region, and we are the part of project called Intervet Western Balkans. This is very interesting project for us. It's a pilot project funded directly by the European Commission. The first project targeting in the vocational sector in the Western Balkans, implementing and integrating mobility into that system. The project Intervet Western Balkans aims at creating opportunities for learning mobility in training centers of Western Balkans and improving the culture and learning mobility in the field of VET. And even now we are hosting organizations in this project. So even now we host for students from Albania. In November we hosted one group from Albania for short-term mobility, and in July we hosted a group from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Okay.
And they had internships here. They learned about our culture, about our food, about possibilities to go abroad and work in Poland. And even now, we received CV from one of these students from Albania. He would like to come back to Poland and stay here and work.
That's nice.
In the restaurant. So we are really proud that we can share with him our culture, our country, our city, and thanks to this, he decided, okay, I would like to try and stay in Poland for a longer time.
Because this kind of project that you were talking about, this VET, I don't know if that's the name.
Yes, but it's not, let's say, normal VET project, vocational educational training, because they are reserved for European countries, and we help our schools to send students abroad, and we host students from abroad. And this kind of opportunity wasn't possible for students in Western Balkans region. And the European Union decided to give this kind of chance to students, and thanks to this project, this is, as I told you, first project. I know that now it's the second one. And thanks to this project, they can go for 4 weeks, for 3 months, like our boys from Albania, and they can stay and they can learn about our culture, as I told you.
But it's like an internship. You do your internship.
Yes.
So you are studying.
Yes.
And
you have break in your studies, but this is exactly according to your program, which means that this is obligatory. This is mandatory for you to do internship.
Yeah.
For example, 4 weeks. In Poland is the same. When we send students abroad, they go abroad because this project is the internship is obligatory for them.
Yeah.
But in this case, students from Albania or Bosnia and Herzegovina have opportunity to do their internships here in Poland, because they need to do even in their countries. But additionally, they received this chance to visit another country, and this group arrived to Poland. In this project, we have partners from many countries, like Malta, like Italy, Spain, or France. And thanks to this, many students will go abroad.
Okay. I have a question. Do you need always, for all these activities that we talked about, a sending organization? Sorry, or there is some activities that maybe you don't need. Like a sending organization, it's a organization that you contact, and it's from the country that you are living or you are in. I was to do this European Solidarity Corps.
You have sending organization.
Exactly. So.
And honestly, always you need.
Okay.
Because this project, it's not between organization and a person. It's a project between an organization and an organization.
Okay.
It means that when we are the leader of project focused on youth exchange, we don't have participants. We have participating organizations.
Okay.
So, and then our partners abroad try to prepare for us a group, find participants. Sometimes even they have a group, and very often it's like this, that they have a group of participants. But as you can imagine, last year was very specific because of pandemic. So in 2020 we didn't have any opportunity to do any youth exchanges. So we decided to have this year, and we did it, 2 projects in August.
Okay.
But of course, participants who were found 1 or 2 years ago, they couldn't go, so we had to find new person.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I don't know. Do you want to add something? Do you think that you can tell us some important information that
maybe I will tell you something about vocational and educational trainings. I think that this is a very nice idea, and many schools and many students don't know about this. And I think that it's very interesting. Generally, the offer of foreign internships is mainly reserved for students of vocational schools, but if the schools doesn't have this kind of project, the students can encourage their schools to apply for fundings. As part of such this kind of internship, students may go for 3 or 4 weeks to do an internship abroad in some European country, which is very important. The project will cover all costs related to the mobility, exactly in the same way like you in your European Solidarity Corps. So the project will cover travel, accommodation cost, food, for example, or culture program. This is, in my opinion, personally, this is a fantastic opportunity to prepare for the challenges of the European labor market. You can verify your expectations, and which is very interesting. This is an important. You can verify your English skills. We know that this is the most important language in Europe. We communicate today in English, but very often young people don't know about. They cannot verify how important it is, and thanks to this kind of project, they can improve their language skills. In MODE Foundation, we help schools raise this kind of funds. We also coordinate such projects ourselves. We have 2 consortia for teachers. Thanks to our project, almost 90 teachers got or will get a chance to go on the job shadowings in other countries. And of course, we prepare for them cultural preparation, language preparation, and they go for 1 week. And they can verify their skills, vocational skills, professional skills, as well as the English skills. And this is interesting because of one more thing. Very often they go with students for 4 weeks and they are only accompanying person. They are there for support students. But now they can go and verify that they are ready or not. They can understand students' position. So this is very, very interesting because after 1 week, when they need to go to work, they need to communicate with the companies and the boss in this place. They are quite shocked about this role, how it works. So we are really curious about results of this project. Now we have 3 teachers in Portugal. Next Sunday 4 teachers will go to Cyprus.
Wow.
And I hope, maybe we need to wait, but I hope that in January more than 20 teachers will go to Portugal, Cyprus, Spain and Italy. So please keep your finger crossed. Because of COVID, of course.
Yes,
that's true.
So I think maybe we can ask the last question.
Yes.
And if you have like any advice or a suggestion, like to someone who wants to do it but still don't know.
Okay. Of course, the best option is to ask your friends. Probably you know people who decided to go abroad for youth exchange, training course, maybe for a vet project. So this is the first option. If someone wants to go abroad, I recommend checking if there is an organization in your area, in your city,